Guys, on this episode of the Daily Ask Dinner Show, I'll be talking about the differences between using content for social media and search engine optimization. Stay tuned. Okay guys, so basically in regards to building content on social media, a lot of what I actually say to clients and a lot of what I say in my videos is produce content in a way that can be easily documented. So what you do in the day, show clients and customers and viewers a real detailed look at the sort of content that you actually do every day. Because what people really gravitate toward on social media is authenticity and humility. And so if you're showing those two sides of your day-to-day activity, you're sure to obviously build an audience over time. And like I've always said, when it comes to producing content on social media, is on Facebook and Instagram in particular, is that you're going to you're going to be living out that day anyway. You're going to be working that day. You're going to clean that wall anyway. You're going to clean that house. You're going to clean that balcony. You know, you're going to talk to that client. Now, obviously, in certain specific niches, it can become a little bit difficult, and that's why, you know, a bit of creativity and I'm just obviously speaking generically, of course. But it's very vital that you think of ways on your social media as a branding tool and as a tool to get found as well. And you know, producing content in a scalable way is a great way to ongoingly produce content in text and in audio. Now, a lot of producing content for social media, a lot of marketers that I respect generally say, you know, choose the best content for you. I think with personal branding, that actually makes a lot of sense. But for business, I think you need to mix it up. I think at times you need to show quotes. I think you need to show text, obviously. It's good to have a podcast and talking with people. I think it's also great to actually have video, and especially if you're in a business that really involves talking with people or physically doing something, such as cleaning a house or you know, you're a plumber or a builder. It's great to sort of, you know, if you build kitchens, you know, if you've got your own golf course, as I've actually spoken to a few people that do. And so show visually appealing content, I believe, for every business is essential. So producing content on social media, I talked about it a lot, and I believe it's not just a tool to get found, but it's obviously a tool to engage and get people to share and build an audience and build somewhat of a fan base around what you're doing, right? So, but in terms of producing content on SEO, and I just sort of sometimes I just say producing content generally is so important for business, and it is, but breaking it down specifically for search engine optimization now, producing content on a vlog is absolutely vital for two reasons. One, getting found, improving your visibility, whereas at the same time, potentially building up and becoming an influencer. And people talk about it in social media a lot. Also, becoming a thought leader through search engine optimization is key to producing content, so you can become that person, or you can become that business in search engine optimization as well. And when you produce more and more content on SEO and you engage with people through your social media, you're opening up the opportunities to gain more links. The more you become a thought leader, the more you drive people to your website through the content you're producing on your website, whether it's blogging and video, the more likely people will know who you are and link to your content if it's relevant. And there's so many good specific link building techniques that I've discussed about approaching people to share your content, or let's say you've got someone's commented about the 3 best tips to clean an oven, and someone else has another 3 of their favorite tips, and they've talked about them and blogged about them. You just come along and say, look, you watch them, and obviously, hopefully you believe that their tips are really great, and then say, hey, I've got this article or video and I've shared it on this platform. Do you mind taking a look? And if you think that's it's relevant for your audience, would you mind linking to it? Now, some people will, some people won't. And there's so many ways, and I've gone into that strategy at length, but obviously the better you create the content and the more well thought out your content is, the more likely you improve your SEO and you improve your social media. So they go hand in hand in some cases, because as you build up an influencer sort of brand, it can go a long way to building connections, to building partnerships. And I think if you want to rank on search engine optimization for keywords like, Plumber Sydney or Buy LCD TV, just building content is only one part of the story, right? You've obviously got to get that domain authority. And in the social media world, it's also what they always refer to as becoming a thought leader, right? So it's just different ways of sort of saying the same thing, just measured a little bit differently. Or seen a little bit differently. But if you want to rank for keywords like, what's the 3 best ways to clean a granite benchtop, which my benchtop at home is absolutely atrocious. So obviously it's great to figure out what's some of the best ways to clean it. Then you put up an article that you write on your blog, and then a video that you've talked about it on YouTube, and incorporate it into one article. What happens? Google finds your video, so you're more likely to appear in the Google video search. You're creating views on your YouTube. You're sending traffic from Google and Bing to your website. But another thing happens. It improves your images. Obviously, everyone knows about optimizing images around content, things like that, but also optimizing videos around content. That actually helps in the Google video. In the Google video, because obviously when you type in 3 ways to clean a granite or tips or whatever, that article in the video and on YouTube will appear a little bit higher, because obviously Google owns YouTube. So you can see different ways in which they are improving content for SEO and social media is important individually. But there's also a little bit of an overlap, because ultimately the key is to produce great quality content, and then using intelligent marketing to get it out there, to get it shared, and over time your business increases and improves visibility. And then now I'll just go on and talk about the various ways in which you can do that at scale. Hopefully, guys, you found this video interesting. If you're watching it on YouTube, please like us, and if you've got any questions, please leave one below, and I'll look forward to hearing from you.